Hi and welcome everyone. So in today's lesson I want to go over the exercises that you have completed in your Max book, page 20 and 21. So let's begin. Here we have the present continuous tense and the present simple tense. Quickly I'm just going to go through them briefly because we have already mastered all of this, but I just want to give you the correct answers to the exercises that you have completed. So as we know, the present simple expresses general truth, habits, and permanent situations. For present simple, we have to be, and then we have the verbs. And how do we form the present simple to be? We know for the affirmative, we have subject plus am is are plus the object. For the negative, we have subject plus am is are plus not plus the object. Also for the question, for present simple, how do we form it? It is am is are plus subject plus object, and don't forget your question mark. Now for the verbs, for present simple verb, we have for the affirmative, subject plus verb plus object. For example, I sleep. Okay. For the negative or interrogative, we have subject plus don't or doesn't plus verb plus the object. For example, he doesn't sleep. And for question form, for present simple, we have do, does plus subject plus verb plus object. For example, does he sleep? So we have the do or does, we have our subject she, and we have the verb, and we have the question mark. Now, for the present continuous, like I said, present simple is used for repeated actions, for facts, like true facts, for scheduled events in the future, and for, happening now, verbs of state. Now, talking about the present continuous. Present continuous, as we know, it describes something happening at the moment or now. It describes temporary situations. It describes events planned in the future. Again, present continuous. We use present continuous to talk about events now or happening at the moment. We use present continuous to talk about longer actions in process. We use present continuous for fixed arrangements in the future. For example, I am not going to the party tonight. This is in the future. To talk about, to use present continuous now, we can say you are learning English now. Full stop. To use present continuous for fixed arrangements in the future, I am meeting some friends at 6 o'clock p.m. This is in the future, later on today. And we also use the present continuous for repeated actions, like she is always talking in class. He is always playing with animals. She is always giving to charity. So again, present continuous is used for actions now, longer actions, fixed arrangements in the future, temporary states, and repeated actions. And how do we form the present continuous? As we know, we have for the affirmative, we have subject plus am, is, are plus V, ing plus the base form. How do we form the present continuous? For the negative, we have subject plus am, is, are plus not. So it's basically the same thing as the affirmative, but we just put not. Okay? So remember, negative, not. Negative, not. So again, present continuous in the negative form, subject plus am, is, are, not, plus verb, ing, plus the base form. And present continuous. In the question form, we have am, is are plus subject plus verb ing question mark. Okay, so now let's begin and complete. Let me give you the correct answers to page 21. A says choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Number 1. Now let me explain a little bit in Arabic. Now as we know, the present simple هو المضارع البسيط, and present continuous هو المضارع المستمر. Okay, so نستخدم الأفعال present simple للأفعال الدائمة. Okay, and for like permanent, we use the present simple for أفعال الدائمة and permanent. The present continuous للأفعال المؤقت, which is temporary. Now we usually نستخدم usually, okay, عادة يدل على the present simple. So when we see the word usually, we know that this is a present simple sentence. أو الفعل يحدث بشكل permanent, or if the sentence is talking about a permanent situation, like today, اليوم, يدل على the present continuous. So when we see usually, this means this is giving us a hint that our sentence is present simple. But when we see today, this is a clue, or يدل على present continuous. And يحدث بشكل مؤقت, which is temporary. So again, we usually we use it مع usually بنستخدم present simple, and مع today نستخدم present continuous. And like I said, we have plural I, then base form للجمع. Okay, so للجمع, and is singular اللي هو مفرد. So it would be, the singular base form plus es للمفرد. Now, for the present continuous للضمير I, okay, we have am plus the base form ing. للمفرد, which is plural, we have are plus base form ing. And then present continuous للجمع, we have singular, and then we have is, and then plus base form ing. Don't forget this. So 1 says she is in bed. She is sleeping. Okay, so we are talking about the present. 2, blank the alarm blank. Is the alarm ringing? 3, this book belongs to me. 4, at the moment, they are having a dance lesson. So this is talking about the present. 5, do you use the internet every Sunday? Question. 6, do you know that lady? Do you know that lady? 7, he doesn't eat meat. He is a vegetarian. 8, go along the street, then turn right. 9, Tom is with his sister. They are talking to each other. 10, Sam is not going to the club today. He is very busy doing his homework. Exercise B says, complete the sentences using the correct form of the verb present simple or present continuous. Same thing. So we have to see whether the sentence, is if we're using present simple or the present continuous. 1, Tom usually. So I told you, when we see the word usually, we know that this is a present simple sentence, and we add an S. So here we have Tom usually eats, here we added S to the eat, healthy meals. But today he is eating a big slice of chocolate cake. 2. She is working in the office now. She never works there in the evenings. 3. They always run by the river, but they are running in the park now. 4. Sally can't see the board because she doesn't wear her glasses. She should wear them all the time. 5. At the moment, we are having a party on the beach. We always have parties on Sundays. 6. He always reads comics, but today he is reading a newspaper. 7. The tour guide is speaking French to the group. He speaks 8 languages. Number 8. My brother usually takes a bus to school. Today he is taking a taxi. Okay. Exercise C says form the negative and interrogative form of the following sentence. So they gave us affirmative. We need to make this affirmative sentence into a negative and into a question. Very easy. Sam is carrying his baby on his shoulder. So here we have Sam, which is the subject, and then we have the verb, and then we have ing. Now, to make it into the negative, okay, we have subject plus is plus not plus the verb plus ing. So it becomes Sam is not carrying his baby on his shoulders. In question form, it becomes is Sam carrying his baby on his shoulders? Question mark. Now, like I said, for how do we form this? We know for the present continuous, we have, for the affirmative, we have the subject, which is Sam, and then we have am, is, or are, but in this sentence we have is, and then we have the verb, which is carry, and then we have ing, which makes it carrying, and then we have the base form on his shoulders. So altogether, this is a affirmative sentence. Sam is carrying his baby on his shoulder. Now, negative, we have subject, which I put Sam, and then we have am, is, are. In this sentence, I put is, and then we have not, so it becomes Sam is not, and then I have my verb, which is carry, and then I added ing, which becomes carrying, and then I have the rest of the sentence with the base form on his shoulders. Now, question form, how did I do the question? Interrogative, we either use am, is, are, okay, and then we have the subject, so I put Sam is, and then I put my subject, which is Sam, and then I put the verb. You can write the rest of the sentence. I don't really have room and to quickly go through this. So I have my am, is, are. I have my is in question 1, and then I have my subject, which is Sam, and then I have is Sam carrying his baby on his shoulders. I have my verb, and I added my ing, and then I have my base form. So that is exactly how we form these affirmative. The affirmative is already formed for us. How do we form the negative and the interrogative? Pretty easy, very easy actually. We've been taking this for a long time, so we should master it by now and move along. 2. She likes pets. This is affirmative sentence. Negative, she doesn't like pets. Again, we have our verb, and then we have our subject, and then we have does, not, and then the base form. For the interrogative, to make it into a question, does she like pets. Okay. 3. They are playing basketball at the park. Negative, they are not playing basketball at the park. Interrogative, are they playing basketball at the park? Question mark. 4. She often misses lessons because of illness. To make this into a negative, it becomes she doesn't miss any lessons. And for question form, it becomes does she miss any lessons? Question mark. 5. I am enjoying every bit of this delicious cake. In negative form, it becomes I am not enjoying every bit of this delicious cake. Interrogative, it becomes am I enjoying every bit of this delicious cake? You are asking yourself. Number 6, she is helping her sister get dressed. Negative form, she isn't helping her sister get dressed. And question form, is she helping her sister get dressed? 7, they are starting a new project to save the environment. Negative form, they aren't, which means they are not starting a new project to save the environment. And in question form, interrogative, are they starting a new project to save the environment? Question mark. Number 8, we have Karen is waiting at the airport for her flight. This is affirmative. Negative, we have Karen isn't or is not waiting for her Karen isn't waiting at the airport for her flight. Interrogative, is Karen waiting for her flight? Is Karen waiting at the airport for her flight? Question mark. 9, we are preparing for a safari. Negative form, we are not preparing for a safari. Question form, are we preparing for a safari? Question mark. 10, Dan is clapping for the Great Ballet Show. Negative form, Dan isn't clapping for the Great Ballet Show. And question form, is Dan clapping for the ballet show? 11, the children are arguing with their parents. Negative, the children aren't or are not arguing with their parents. And question form, are the children arguing with their parents? And finally, number 12, I am seeing my dentist tomorrow. Negative, I am not seeing my dentist tomorrow. Question form, am I seeing my dentist tomorrow? Okay, that concludes these 2 pages that you have completed. Please make sure your answers are correct. Any questions, please ask me. By now we should have mastered the present continuous tense and the present simple tense. Okay, so have a great day until our next lesson.